All right, Shalom Yashala. Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Waharakah Kodash Brakathum. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the select number of Akyam pushing this truth and sincerity in four corners of the round earth. And salutations to the select number of Aquat out there listening. Now, what I have here on the screen, as you can see, is I believe Brit, in other words, it's Edomite man and his daughter, right? And they happen to live in Texas. It says, moment British father tells police he shot his 23-year-old daughter dead in Texas home. So it's been different stories out there circulating. I believe she had made mention, this was said, it's just everywhere, it is what it is. Maybe speculation, but hey, through the spirit, I do a lesson on it just to, drive the point home of how prophecy, man, it's going to remain undefeated. Ain't no way of getting around prophecy, right? Okay. So basically she was anti-gun, and being that she was anti-gun, it just seems a little, fishy, how the video, how the father's explaining it like he's, trying to cover something up, you know, and then also it was said her boyfriend was possibly there, and he said it was actually an argument over Trump, which we've known families to fall apart, man. To the presidential election, man. I remember the first time Obama, that was what, oh 08? Yeah. Jake was looking at you crazy if you didn't vote. Still looking at you crazy if you didn't vote. So this is not too far. This is not too far off. This is not like no shocker. Like, oh, it's, just on the level of like, damn, that's crazy, right? Gun rights and argument over Trump. You never thought, but hey, then too, niggas have died for less. You know, niggas have killed for less. So, but I'm gonna let the excerpt of this clip play, then I'm gonna get some scriptures.
That's our daughter. Okay. It's my daughter. Okay. And we were getting ready to go to the airport, and we were talking about guns. And she said, "You got a gun?" I said, "Yes." I got it out, and it just went off as she stood there. Like, as I pulled it out, it went off.
Okay.
It must have been, obviously.
Did you put the gun on the bed?
I put it on the bed straight away, yeah.
Where was it at?
It was in the bedside cabinet.
Okay, yeah, like little, you just keep it in there.
In a locked box.
Okay.
And we took it out to look, and just as I picked it up, it went off.
Okay. Now,
And it sounds like, a bunch of BS, That sounds like an excuse a child would make, I just put it on the bed and went off. Which it could happen, but nah. That was what? It was, if anything, premeditated, or it was something tainted. It just is what it is, man. It's just, we're in those times, man. We're gonna keep waking up to news like this, man. Okay? Because of what? Prophecy, right? This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Okay? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, right? Because, hey, we don't always go into depth what's going on with us per se. Now we have examples that we may experience from day to day, and we may throw it in the lesson, or we're like, hey, through the spirit, I do have a testimony. All our worries and burdens are what? Rest upon you. How about Shema Shah, right? So, we're here to, cast our burdens, not cast our burdens to cast our burdens, to the congregation. We're here, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, to what? To spread the gospel, man, the good news. Okay? So, but it just further shows, man, and really call Halal Yahweh Shema Shah for being, having some type of poise about yourself. Because a lot of things, that do happen, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta snap back into it, man. You have to snap back into a Slim Jim when it comes to this truth. This truth is pinpoint accurate, man. Okay? It's pinpoint accurate. So ain't no, oh well, I didn't know, or I didn't know this could happen, this, that, and so forth, man. Okay? Y'all can bury me Bible shot. Let me see. Let me reread that in its entirety. This is back in Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure. Okay? The fear of our Lord is our treasure. Okay? This is, we understand, man. Hey, this is heavy, man. Like, damn, but hey, it's more and more that continue, right? You got people offering their children. You got more people offering themselves. You got more people just, just getting busy, just in general. Like, damn, people just run over someone just cause, man. Or, because I actually seen a video like that. It was Jake. It was Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom. It's like we didn't catch initially everything from the beginning. It was like, but she was trying to run him over for a parking spot at Sonic, man. It's not that serious. Like, somebody, I know that, may piss someone off. Someone may zoom in there. I know in the heat of the moment, bro, Abaratazah, man. And you brothers and sisters, hear me clearly, man. Don't let that heat of the moment jeopardize your salvation, man. If they get in the spot, into the Whole Foods, to the Tom Thumb, to the Kroger, to the shopping mall, to the plaza, whatever, to the gas station, let them have it, bro. All this going to result in they going to jail and you going to jail, and we rather these assholes go to jail. Okay, so just a reminder on that. This is back in Proverbs chapter 18, verse 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. We're safe, man. Okay, we're in a safe space right now, man. We have our things, that we're working through as men, but bro. We bros will have a disagreement, like, nah, bro, nah. Pull out your stats, go on to Google, look something up, bro. They're squashed. These people in the world have lost their goddamn mind, man. Like, bro, it's like gun 101, bro. You don't point. You place a gun in the opposite direction of where the crowd is, bro. Okay, you point away from people. Okay, you unload the gun first and foremost. So that was definitely premeditated. Or something, or he had something. We know it's the will of Yahweh Shema Shah, first and foremost. Okay, that was bananas though. If y'all can bury me, Baba Kushai. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. What is a modern day sword? The heat. Okay. And then literally some people are carrying around machetes and swords, and some people, hey, like I say, I'll never forget it. This it's like it happened yesterday. The Manassite, the Cuban in Dallas, in South Dallas, who cut that I believe that Elamite's head off. Cut, had that man running and screaming for his life, bro. Cut his head off. Severed it. Okay? So it's modern day sword and ancient sword, however you want to chop it up. It's happening. Verse 35, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And the man's foes shall be they of his own household. Was that not that man's daughter? She come to visit, you know, and it turned into a whole fiasco that what? That now she's in the spirit world, and my man probably what? Gonna have first degree, however they see fit to judge it, because I know that could be counted as, well, it won't be murder one, or it'll be manslaughter, or however how they see fit, if anything lines up with what he's saying. But it was said that the boyfriend was there, and he said everything was over the Trump thing, but who knows. But in this case, where it says, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father. In this case, what? It was the daughter, because, you get tacky people, well, it says right there, you know what the Lord means, or you don't. It's very simple. There's simplicity in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, man. Okay? There's simplicity. But hey, that was a foe in his own household, crazy. Verse 37, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Verse 38, and he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. So everything that's worthy, that you're so in love with, man, the Lord will take. The Lord will take from you also. So, you like, you know what to do, man. Just keep doing your due diligence, man, and the Lord gonna bless you, man. Even in the heat of battle, man, you're gonna be like, damn, man, why is the Lord doing this? Hey, would you rather he not? This was never said to be a smooth ride. You got things, that boggle your mind, that, just keep it a bug. Just like, man, Bible Shah, Lord, take that thought from my head, or brothers just call it out in there to themselves, like, man, that's Satan. That's Satan. So-and-so don't feel like that. Nah, me and that brother squashed that years ago. Nah, it's Satan, bro. We're in a time to where, like, man, Satan are heavy on these people to make things, things to trigger you and so forth, man. Okay? So, we also just got to understand that too, Akim. Spirits out here heavy, man. They out here so heavy, and these people ain't got it, bro. These people do not have it, but we have it. So be thankful we're not bugging out and pulling out machetes and guns and running down on people, hitting record. Of course, we gonna, look crazy to the masses, We get that. Yahweh Shah told us that, but we talking about legit bug out. Legit hair ain't combed, legit lips crusty, legit looking crazy as hell behind that Samsung camera. Or in front of it, I shall say. Just looking crazy, bro. And we've seen that. It's a sad, scary sight to see. Right? We see guys jumping ship. Becoming Christians again, which is wild. We see men, shitting on men who had their back. Like the I took this, from one brother, and then I also heard Apostle Rakas say this, a brother ain't a brother till you ain't a brother no more. Right? But while you're functioning and in good standings amongst the body, you're a brother till the Lord says otherwise. The Lord is letting us know who's who. Just stay, strong in the faith, Akim. And you select number of Aquat out there. Let me read this last one. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it. Okay? It's a sacrifice, but it's going to be a sacrifice worth making, in other words, man. So this sacrifice is worth something, Akim, But that's all I have on this, and Abaratazah, this has been edifying for the body. So once again, with that, call halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Waharakodash Brakathum. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and salutations to the select number of Aquat out there listening. Shalom.